Yeah.
And a guy who's working at the airport hears the noise and goes to see, and he says, "Oh my goodness, there's the watch all smashed up. I have to go and tell Marisa." And he goes to the hotel in Venice, and Marisa dries up very quickly and gets dressed and comes out, and the guy tells Marisa what happened. And Marisa goes very quickly back to the airport and says, "We were going to stay 7 nights, but now we're not staying not even 1 night." And when Marisa is ordering the food at the airport in Paris, the dog goes very silently and drops a Fisher-Price from the balcony at the airport, and the Fisher-Price smashed completely. And a guy goes and tells Marisa. Marisa says, "I'm going to cancel the food," and goes and gets the dog and sends him back to Rome, and the owner sends him to his kennels for 24 hours. And when the dog from Paris goes to Rome with Marisa while she's having a shower, he goes to the airport and drops the Fisher-Price of the boys from the balcony at the airport in Rome, and the guy who's working there hears the noise and goes to see, and then he goes to tell Marisa. Marisa comes back and picks up the dog and sends him back to Paris, and tells him that they were going to stay 7 nights, but now not even 1 night.
I want to read it, please.
Read what?
Read it, me.
All right. So Christine.
I want to take a video. Those 3 messages. Those 3 messages.
You can't have them all on the screen at the same time. They won't fit on the screen at the same time, so you have to take one at a time. You've got them on your phone anyway, because you sent them to me. All right.
I want to talk about the dog from Lisbon.
Right.
What
are we going to say today?
That they're going to Maris will pick up the Maris are going to pick up the dog in Lisbon. Rings the bell.
Yeah. So she rings the bell.
When the owner upstairs and the dog is downstairs in the kitchen. And the owner says,
"Oh, who's that at the door?"
Before he looks at the window in the downstairs, lounge downstairs, in next to the kitchen. When the dog's in the kitchen.
Okay, so
before how the owner will say by himself before goes downstairs. You look out the window.
He goes, "Oh, somebody's ringing the doorbell. I wonder who it is."
And
so he comes downstairs.
Yes.
And he goes and looks out the window and sees that it's Marisa.
How will say to himself before saying to the dog?
He go, "Oh, I better go and call the dog."
In the lounge next to the kitchen.
Yeah, he says, "I must go to the kitchen and get the dog because Marissa's here."
How will say to the dog? How will say to the dog before opening?
Yeah, say, "Come on, dog. Marissa's here to take you on holiday. She's at the front door."
See, so the owner open the door. How will open the door?
He'll open the door and he'll go, "Hello, Marissa. The dog's ready for you to take."
Yeah.
So Marissa says, "I've got a taxi waiting outside, so come on." And the owner says to the dog, "Now be good on this holiday."
That's the first time. That's the first time picking up.
Okay.
How the owner will say to the dog when they pick up the first time?
Enjoy your holiday. Have fun with Marissa.
Yeah. They take a taxi. How will say to the taxi driver?
So they get into the taxi, and Marissa says to the taxi driver, "Can you take us to the airport, please?"
Yeah.
So the taxi driver drops them off at the airport.
When it gets to the airport, how both will say to the dog?
They both say to the dog, "Right, you've got to be good on this holiday."
That is the first time. How?
All right. So the taxi driver says, "Have a lovely time.
Yeah.
See you soon."
Yeah, waits for 2 hours at the airport, goes to have a Coke and something to eat.
Yep. So they go. And
How will say to the dog when they're waiting for 2 hours?
Well, she says our aeroplane's not ready to take off yet, so we're gonna sit and have a drink, a cake, and a cup of tea. Oh no, they're gonna have Coke. So a nice refreshing Coke.
Coke and the cake.
And a cake, yeah, a nice chocolate muffin.
And the cake, how will say to the waiter?
So it says, please can we have 2 Cokes and 2 chocolate muffins?
How the waiter will say?
Yes, madam, I'll go and get them for you now.
Yeah.
So they get their cake and their Coke, and they sit there and drink. And just as they finish, there's an announcement that said, all flights to where they're going?
Venice.
All flights to Venice.
Yeah.
Please go to gate number 6.
Yeah.
So Marissa says to the dog, that's our flight, we better hurry up.
Go through the tunnel and
So
sits down.
They walk quickly through the tunnel to the aircraft.
And then the announcement comes out when the plane's about to take off.
Yep, so then they get to the plane and they get on the plane, and then there's an announcement on the plane saying that the flight is just about to take off. Make sure that your seatbelts are fastened. So Marissa says to the dog, do your seatbelt up now because we're taking off. So they take off, and while they enjoy the flight, and then there's an announcement that said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start descending into Venice.
How will say to the dog?
So please secure your seatbelt. So
Yeah.
he says to the dog, you better put your seatbelt on because we're just about to land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. When it's landing, how will say to the dog? How will say to the dog?
So then they would say,
How will say to the dog?
would you say, oh, we've landed in Venice now, so let's hurry and go and get a taxi.
They go through the tunnel.
So they go through the tunnel and they find the taxis.
The taxi. How will say to the taxi
And
driver?
says to the taxi driver, please can you take us to the Hilton Hotel? And he said, yes, it's only 5 minutes away. So he puts their bags in the car and they drive to the hotel, and he drops them off, and she goes to the reception and she says, we're staying here, can I have a key? And they said, yes, you're on the 4th floor.
Fifth floor.
Oh, they're on the 5th floor this time.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so on the 5th floor. So
Yeah.
so they go up to the 5th floor and they find their room, and then they settle in, and then Marissa's having a shower.
Yes.
So Marissa's having a shower.
The dog from the dog from Lisbon put a watch of a lady inside the Hoover at the airport in Venice when the Hoover is on at the airport in Venice. The Hoover.
The airport.
Yeah. They put a watch of a lady inside the Hoover.
So the dog, why Marissa was having a shower?
The hotel,
Yeah.
and the guy will hear the noise.
The dog was really naughty.
The guy will hear the noise. The motor is the motor.
Yeah, the motor's making a terrible noise.
And how the guy will say by himself.
So you say, what's that noise? What's happening?
Yeah.
Really loud.
Yeah.
So he goes to investigate to see what the noise was,
Yeah.
and he realises that the
When it sees it goes sees the watch of a lady smashed up.
yeah, he sees all this smashed up watch, and he goes, what has happened here? And then he sees the dog, and he knows the dog has got hold of this watch of the lady, because by then the lady's here and she's not very happy because she's saying, where's my watch?
And
And the man said, I think the dog's put it into the Hoover and it's all crushed into 1,000 pieces.
yeah.
She was not happy. She was very, very angry.
Yes.
So he told the dog off, and he went and knocked on Marissa's.
How the guy would say to the dog at the airport in Venice before going to the hotel to the 5th floor, telling Marisa when Marisa is having a shower at the 5th floor. How would say to
He said, "You're a very, very bad dog, and that's cost a lot of money, and so Marissa's going to have to pay for that lady's watch now."
How would say to the dog before telling her?
Well, he's told him off. He
How
shouted at the dog and said, "You're a very bad dog."
now I'm going to go tell.
And then I'm going to go and tell Marissa now what you've done.
Goes to the hotel, go up the 5th floor,
Yeah,
and goes knock on the door when having a shower.
yeah. They're going to knock on the door, and Marissa thinks, "Oh, who's that?" So she puts her clothes on quickly, and she goes and answers the door. And this man's there with the dog.
How he's going to knock on the door at the 5th floor when the dog is at the airport in Venice.
Yeah, they knock on the door, and she says to the dog,
We'll
"What has happened?"
say to Marisa at the 5th floor, when the dog is at the airport.
He says that your dog has taken the lady's watch and put it into the Hoover, and it's crushed into 1,000 pieces, and the lady wants her money back so she can go and buy a new watch, and she's not very happy. He's been a very, very, very bad dog.
And the dog is at the airport. We'll say to Marisa that the dog is at the airport. We'll say that it's going to say to Marisa at the hotel when the dog is at the airport. When the dog is at the airport.
Oh, is the dog still at the airport?
Yeah, yes.
So he hasn't come back with the man?
No.
So he says your dog is at the airport, held in custody for being such a bad dog. The police have got him because he's done a bad thing.
The police will not come. No, the police
No,
not.
the police not coming?
Well,
I would have thought the police would if you'd stolen somebody's watch.
But the police did not come.
Oh, okay.
How Marisa says to the guy when they put a towel.
Well, she apologised, and she said we were here for 7 nights, but now we're going to have to go back because I'm going to have to use all the money to pay for the lady's watch.
And gets dressed quickly.
She gets dressed quickly.
How gets dressed quickly?
Well, she gets dressed quickly, finds her clothes, gets dressed quickly, gets all their baggage, and then they go. And then she goes down. She says, "I need a taxi to the airport to get to the dog." And then when she sees the dog,
why it will say you're going to explain to the taxi driver why is that?
Because my dog has been very bad.
Why is that?
And because he's stolen a lady's watch.
Did not stolen a lady's watch.
Well, he's taken a lady's watch.
Not stolen it.
Okay, so he's taken a lady's watch.
Yeah.
And he's put it into
The Hoover.
A Hoover.
When the Hoover was on.
When the Hoover was on, and it crushed it to 1,000 pieces.
Yes.
So he said, "Oh, that's a very bad dog." So he takes Marissa to the airport, and she finds the dog, and she says to the dog, "We are going to have to go home now. I'm taking you back. I'm going to put you back on the plane to your owner for being such a bad dog." So she takes the dog to the plane, and she puts him on the plane.
If he puts him on the plane, the dog goes on his own.
Yeah, sends him on his own on the plane back to his owner and rings the owner.
Who rings the owner?
Marissa does.
Say
the dog's on his way home.
Hello.
So he goes, "Hello, this is Marissa here, and I'm sending the dog back because the dog took the lady's watch, put it in the Hoover when it was on, and crushed it to 1,000 pieces. So now I'm going to have to pay for the watch instead of paying for the 7 nights at the hotel."
How the owner say?
I'm not very happy. When I get the dog back, he's going in the kennels for being a bad dog.
The announcement can have when the plane's about to take off from Venice to Lisbon.
Yeah, so the dog's on the plane, and then there's an announcement that said that the plane is just about to take off. Please put your seatbelt on. So the dog put his seatbelt on, and he sat there, and he was good on the plane.
Yeah.
And then there was another announcement to say that we are descending. Please make sure your seatbelt is
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
And so he does that again, and then the plane lands, and when he gets off, his owner is waiting for him, and he said, I'm going to take you back home, and you're going in your kennels for 24 hours and no food for being such a bad dog.
When the 24 hours goes past?
And he lets him out, and he says, are you going to be good now?
Yeah.
And the dog said, yes, I am.
And then?
So he gives him some dinner.
And then?
And then there's a knock on the door.
Knock on the door. Before how owner was say by himself, before going downstairs when the dog's in the kitchen, when the dog is in the kitchen, before the owner looks the window lounge downstairs.
Yeah, he looks out that window, said, oh, it's Marissa again. So he goes and gets the dog and says, Marissa's here to take you on holiday again. So he opens the door and he says to the dog, please be good this time on your holiday.
Yeah.
So he, Marissa takes the dog and they get in the taxi, and she says to the taxi driver, take me to the hotel, take me to the airport. So we get to the airport, but they're early. So
Where are
they
you for?
decided to have a sandwich and a cup of tea.
Yeah.
So they sit and have a sandwich and a cup of tea, and then the announcement comes saying, everybody flying to Venice, please go to gate number 16. So she says, we better hurry. So they go underneath the tunnel to gate 16 and aboard the plane.
Yeah.
And they sit there, and Marissa says, you're going to have to be a good dog this time. So the announcement says, we are just about to take off to Venice. Please secure your seatbelts. So she says to the dog, put your seatbelt on and be good. So the dog does that, and they fly all the way to Venice. And then there's another announcement to say, the plane is now descending. Please secure your seatbelts for the descent, for the landing. So the plane lands in Venice, and they go underneath the tunnel again, and they go to the taxi rank, and they say to the taxi driver, please take us to the Hilton Hotel. So they go all the way to the Hilton Hotel. And she goes to reception and she says, we're booking in, and they says, oh, here's your door key, and you're on level 5. Floor 5. So they go all the way up to the floor. And they go and put their bags away, and then Marissa has a shower, and the dog is really good, and he waits for Marissa to finish her shower.
It gets at 9 o'clock in the morning, then have a shower.
Yeah, so they've had a shower.
Yeah.
So then she says, we're going to go for lunch at the airport.
Airport restaurant
Airport restaurant
in Venice for lunch and dinner.
For lunch and dinner. So
every day for lunch and dinner.
So every day they went.
How would say to cost the taxi when it's lunchtime and also dinner time? Every day lunch, every day lunchtime, every day dinner time.
So what she says to the taxi driver is, can you please take us to the airport because we're going for lunch?
Yeah.
And he said, oh, that would be nice. So he drops them off. And then every time they go to dinner, she says, please take us to the airport because we're going to the restaurant to have our dinner. And every day of the holiday, the dog was really good.
Every day lunchtime, dinner time, here's the announcement at the airport in Venice for different flights.
Yeah.
How was I to do?
So, ladies and gentlemen, flight to America is now boarding, and she says to the dog, that's not us.
Then he's when it's having lunch and dinner, every day when they're having lunch and dinner, he's the announcement about the flight to Lisbon. how will say how the announcement will say.
Said all the people boarding the flight to Lisbon. Morning. All the people boarding the flight to Lisbon, please go to gate number 6. And she says, oh, that's not our flight yet, because we're not going home yet, because you're being such a good dog. We're going to stay for the whole 7 nights.
And then now how the announcer will say for about different flights.
So it would say it would keep giving announcements for all the different flights from all over the world, won't it?
Yeah.
And then on the last day, they check out the hotel.
Yes.
Yeah, and then they go to the airport.
Yeah.
And they go under the they go to the airport and they're early again, so they have a Coca-Cola.
But when 7 nights has gone past, of course, the taxi driver to come to the 5th floor.
Yeah, 7 nights.
Hello.
Oh yeah, so he knocks on the door and says, hello, is that you, Marissa? Your taxi's waiting to take you back to the airport.
Yeah.
So they gather their things and they get into the taxi and they drive to the airport. And when they get there, they're a bit early, so they decide to have a Coca-Cola. So they sit and enjoy a nice Coca-Cola, and then there's an announcement to say that the flight to Lisbon is due to take off. Please go to gate number 20. So they go all the way to gate number 20 underneath the tunnel.
Yeah.
And then they board the plane.
Yeah.
And then there's an announcement saying, ladies and gentlemen, the flight is due to take off. Please secure your seatbelts. So she tells the dog to do that, and the dog's really good, and he does that.
Yes.
And while they're on the plane, they have a nice cup of tea.
Yeah.
And enjoy the tea.
Yeah.
And then there's an announcement again to say we're just about landing in Lisbon. Please secure your seatbelts. So the dog does that, and he's very, very good. And then when they get there, the owner is waiting.
Yeah.
And Marissa tells the owner that the dog has been really, really well behaved and really good.
Yeah.
And so the owner said, well done, I'm going to give you a treat when you get home for being so good.
We do something we done about going to a house in Lisbon, pick up the dog. That's going to go to a house in Rome, pick up the dog.
We'll do another story later. We're going to go and walk to McDonald's now, aren't we?
Yeah, we do story while we're walking. We do while we're walking. While we're walking. We do about going to a house in Rome, pick up the dog. We do that while we're walking.
And where are they flying to?
Rome to Paris.
Oh, Rome to Paris.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, that sounds nice. This dog goes everywhere.
He rings the door in. Rings the bear rings the bell when the owner is upstairs before owner goes downstairs. When the dog before owner goes downstairs and before owner looks from the lounge window downstairs next to the kitchen when the dog's in the kitchen.
Yeah. So the bell rings and the owner says, "Oh, I wonder are you going to walk with me or are you going to walk in front of me?"
Yeah.
Yeah. If you walk speed off, you won't be able to listen.
Yeah.
So the bell rings and the man says, "Oh, I wonder who's at the door." So he goes downstairs and looks through the lounge window and he sees Marissa and he goes, "Oh, Marissa's here to pick up the dog, to take the dog to Paris."
Yeah.
So he says to the dog, "Marissa's here for you to go on holiday again."
Yeah.
So he opens
that's the first time.
Oh, it's the first time again.
Yeah.
So he opens the door and Marissa's standing there and he says to the dog and Marissa, "Have a lovely time on holiday." So Marissa said, "I have a taxi waiting." So she gets in the taxi and she says to the taxi driver, "Please take us to the airport." So he drives to the airport and then and then they get to the airport and they're early, so they decide they're going to have a sandwich and a Coke.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
watch out on the road, so
You see?
so they decide to have a sandwich and a Coke. So they have this sandwich and a Coke,
Yeah.
and then there's an announcement to say the flight to Paris is due to take off. Can all passengers go to gate number 2? So Marissa says to the dog, we've got to go now because it's time to go. So they go to gate number 2, they go underneath the tunnel,
Yeah.
and when they get to the gate, they board the plane,
Yeah.
and then there's an announcement on the plane to say the plane is going to take off, please secure your seatbelts.
Yeah.
So Marissa tells the dog he has to put his seatbelt on, and he's very good, he does, he puts his seatbelt on,
Yeah.
and the plane takes off,
Yeah.
and then
The announcement will go out when the plane's about to take off.
yeah, and then the announcement goes that the plane's just about to take off.
Yes. And
then so the plane takes off,
yeah.
and they have a really nice flight, and then there's another announcement to say that the plane is going to be landing. Please secure your seatbelt. So the dog puts his seatbelt on, and the plane lands, and so they get off the plane and go underneath the tunnel, and then they go to the taxi rank, and Marissa says to the taxi driver,
How?
Can you take us to the Holiday Inn Hotel? So,
Name the hotel.
Holiday Inn.
How did the taxi driver say?
And the taxi driver says, yes madam, it's only about 5 minutes away, I can take you there now. When
they arrive at the hotel, how dog will say to the dog?
So it says to the dog, right, we've got to go and check in, so they check in.
How dog will say to the dog when the taxi driver arrives?
Oh, the taxi says, enjoy your holiday.
Yeah,
And so then they go into the hotel, and they check into the hotel, and the hotel says, here's your key, and you're up on the 5th floor.
Well, what time we have lunch at McDonald's?
What time do you want it? In a minute?
You see?
Are you hungry now?
When it's midday.
Oh right, so we're going to go for a walk then before.
Yeah. Goes. How will say about 5th floor?
Oh, well, we'll go for a walk. We won't go to McDonald's yet then.
It's about.
Go around here. Just go for a walk. So, they're up on the 5th floor, and Marissa's going to have a shower.
Yeah, the right hand
9
end.
o'clock in the morning.
How will say to the dog when they goes to have a shower?
And she said, I'm going to have a shower, will you be good?
Yeah.
You're not going to shower, will you? Come back a bit.
Yeah.
She says, you be good.
Yeah.
So,
So
the dog,
yeah.
Marissa was in the shower,
Yeah.
he went out,
Yeah.
and he got the Fisher Price toy off the board.
When they're going to show from the balcony to the escalator.
Yeah, and he
When Marisa ordering the food at midday.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So, okay, so she's had the shower,
Yeah.
and then they're going back to the airport.
Yeah.
So she gets a taxi and says, could you take us to the airport because we're going to have some lunch. So they go into the airport, and she goes into the restaurant.
Yeah.
She orders. Brilliant.
Yes.
So, can't rush and walk and talk.
Yeah.
Okay, let's walk slowly.
And
So she goes to order the food and the Coke,
yeah.
and while she's doing that, the naughty dog
It's
Took
good.
the Fisher Price toy off the boys.
It's going to drop it from the balcony
And
to.
dropped it from the balcony
Is it?
down the escalator.
And it's going to go rolling down.
It went rolling down and breaking into 1,000 pieces.
And Marisa and the guy will hear the noise.
And the guy heard the noise. And
Marisa and the guy will hear the noise.
Marissa and the guy,
Will
the
hear-
security guy,
will
heard
hear-
the noise and heard the boys crying
Yes,
because their toys broken. So they were crying.
yeah.
And then, so then Marissa went to have a look with the security guard.
With the guy.
Yeah, with the guy.
Yeah, hear the noise.
And said, well, what is all that noise? What's that commotion? What's going on?
Yeah,
Wait, you have to come back here. I can't shout to you.
yeah. Yeah. And
Out on the road.
the guy, they're going to have a look. They're going to go have a look.
The guy had a look and saw this broken toy, saw this crying child.
They saw the Fisher Price broke on.
All broken, this Fisher Price toy was. All broken into 1,000 pieces.
And
Crossed over the wheel.
And
So then they said, who's done this? And the guy said it's the dog.
yes, the dog.
Done this, and the boy said it was the dog. So Marissa was very angry with the dog.
And now,
He said, we've got in for 7 nights, and now I'm going to have to pay for the toy. I'm going to have to go home.
they go home. They go home. And he's the announcement.
Go this way, Will.
He's announcement for the flight to Rome. In airport in Paris. He's the announcement for the flight to Rome.
Yep, so they have to go for a... So she says, I'm going to take you back to the airport and you're going to be put on the flight to Rome. You're going to sit on the bench, the rainbow bench.
For the flight.
So she takes him back.
Yeah.
That's a nice bench, isn't it? Teamwork bench.
He's announcement for the flight to Rome. At the airport in Paris. He's the announcement for the flight to Rome.
Yep, so you're going to send... Well, the dog's going back to Lisbon, isn't
In Rome, the dog from Paris. At the airport the dog from Rome at the airport in Paris.
Alright, so the dog is in Rome.
Yeah.
Going. Oh, William, no.
At the airport in Paris, his announcement for the flight to Rome.
Yep, so
Yeah.
hang on.
Yeah.
So she puts the dog on the flight and says you're going to have to go back to your owner for being such a bad dog. So she puts him on the flight and sends him, and then there's an announcement on the plane to say to the dog that the flight is going to take off. So the flight takes off, and then so the flight takes off and he puts his seatbelt on and he's good on the plane, and then there's another announcement to say that the flight is landing in Lisbon.
In Rome.
In Rome. Okay, so the flight's landing in Rome, and so the dog gets off the flight and his owner's waiting for him, and the owner said, I've had a phone call from Marissa and I'm not very happy with your behaviour.
It goes to the kind of 24 hours. Then 24 hours goes past, how will say?
And you say, right, you can come out now. Are you going to be good?
Yeah.
And he says, yes, I'm going to be good.
Then
And I'm sorry for being so naughty.
and then the second time ring rings the bell
So
at the house in Rome.
Yeah, so rings the bell. Marissa goes again to pick up the dog for the second time.
Yeah.
And she rings the bell, and the owner's upstairs, and he goes, "Oh, who's that at the door?" So
Yeah, and goes downstairs.
goes downstairs,
looking-
looks through the lounge window.
When the dog is in the kitchen next to the lounge.
Yeah, and the dog's in the kitchen, and she rings, and so he goes, "Oh, it's Marissa to pick up the dog." So he goes and tells the dog, "It's time for you to go on holiday. Marissa's waiting at the door."
Yeah.
So Marissa opens, the man opens the door, and Marissa says, "Is the dog ready?" And he said, yes, the dog's ready. And the owner says to the dog, "Be good this time." And so Marissa said, "I've got a taxi waiting." So they go and get in the taxi.
How
And
was
they say
it?
to the taxi driver, "We're going on holiday, so please take us to the airport." And he said, yes, madam, I'll take you to the airport. We're only a few minutes away. So he takes them to the airport, but they're a bit early for the flight. So they go and have a sandwich and a cup of tea while they're waiting. And then after they finish their sandwich and cup of tea, they say, the flight to, where's he going?
Paris.
Flight to Paris is just about to take off. Go to gate number 14. So she says to the dog, "This is our flight, so we better hurry up." So they go all the way to gate number 14, and they get on the plane, and then there's an announcement to say the plane is going to take off. So oh God. Yeah, so there's an announcement to say the plane is going to take off. So Marissa said, "Do your seatbelt up because the plane's going to take off." So the dog was really good, and he'd done his seatbelt up, and they had a lovely flight to Paris.
Yeah.
And then the announcement came again to say that they were due to land in 5 minutes, so please secure your seatbelt. So she told the dog to do that, and the dog was very well behaved. So then the flight landed, and they get off, and they go under the tunnel, and they go to the taxi.
How was it to the taxi?
And they say to the taxi driver, "Please, can you take us to the Hilton Hotel?"
Name the hotel. What's the hotel in Paris? What's the name of the hotel in Paris?
Hilton.
Yeah. How the taxi driver will say?
And the taxi driver says, "Yes, madam, I'll take you to the Hilton Hotel." So
But when they get
there,
how
the
about
taxi driver says to the dog,
how about
"Enjoy your holiday and be
how
good."
both will say to the dog when they get to the hotel? Marisa and the taxi driver.
They will say,
Both will say.
"Be good on this holiday, dog, and enjoy your holiday."
And get in the hotel. Arrives 9 o'clock in the morning.
So arrive at 9 o'clock in the morning.
How will say to somebody, the guy at the ground floor?
So they said, "We're checking in to our hotel," and he said, "Yes, here's your key, and you're on level 5. So they go up to the room, and because it's 9 o'clock in the morning, Marissa wants a nice shower. So
Yeah.
she has a shower, and the dog sits and he watches the telly, and was really good.
Yeah.
He was watching the telly.
When they finish shower, how will say to the dog when they get dressed? When Marisa gets dressed.
So when she got dressed, she said, "We're going to go to the airport restaurant to have our lunch." So they go downstairs.
Calls the taxi driver.
Calls the taxi.
In the fifth
driver.
floor. So that taxi driver goes to the hotel and goes to the 5th floor.
Right, so he goes
Hello?
to the 5th floor.
Hello.
And he knocks on the door and goes, "Hello, your taxi's ready." And she said, "Oh, lovely, because we're going to go to lunch in the restaurant in the airport." So they go down, get in the taxi, and they go to the airport.
Yeah.
And they sit and have their lunch, and the dog is very good. And
Yeah.
there's lots of announcements of different flights going on.
How the announcement will come out for different flights?
So,
How are the announcements?
so the announcements go off while they're eating their lunch, saying your flight to Dubai is just about to take off. Please go to gate number 6. And then there's another announcement to say your flight to Lisbon, please go to gate number 10. And another announcement to say your flight to Rome is please go to gate number 2. And Marissa says to the dog, these aren't our flights because we're here for 7 nights.
And then the announcement comes out for the flight to Los Angeles.
So there's a flight to Los Angeles.
How the announcement will come up?
Says
At the airport.
ladies and
At the
gentlemen,
airport.
the flight for Los Angeles is due to board.
How
Please
Marisa will say to the dog when he hears the announcement for the flight to Los Angeles at the airport in Paris?
She says, oh, that's not our flight, she says.
Yeah.
That's for other people. So they go back to the hotel, and for 7 nights, 7 days, they go and have their lunch in the restaurant at the airport, and they go and have their dinner in the restaurant at the airport. And all 7 nights, the dog was really, really good and well behaved. And Marissa was so happy. She was so happy.
Go at the airport in Paris. Here's a flight to an announcement for the flight to Rome.
Yeah,
When the 7 nights is gone
so
past.
after the 7 nights have gone past, they go back to the airport, and they're sitting there having a Coca-Cola when there's the announcement to say the flight to Rome is just about to board. Please all passengers go to gate number 3.
How Marisa will say to the dog?
So it says, oh, that's our flight back home. So hurry up, we better go under the tunnel and get to the gate. So they get to the gate, and then they board the aeroplane, and then there's an announcement to say that the flight is just about to take off. Please secure your seatbelts. So the dog was really well behaved and put his seatbelt on, and they went all the way to Rome.
Yeah.
And when they got off the plane, the owner was waiting, and Marissa said the dog has been really, really good.
Yeah.
And really well behaved, and the owner was so happy. He said, I'm going to give you a lovely treat when you get back to home, and you can have a nice dinner and a really nice treat, a bag of crisps and a chocolate bar.
We do about going to the house in Paris, pick up the dog. We're going to, because this good dog is going with Marisa to Rome. Marisa to Rome.
We've done that one.
We're done. We're going to going with about a dog from Rome going to Paris. Now we're doing about the dog
We're doing that in the car on the way back.
No, we're doing while we're walking.
No, we're doing that on the way back because I need a rest from talking. There's a lot of stories.
We want to do it now under a tree.
No,
Under a tree.
I'm going to take a picture if you want.
No, don't take. No.
No, because you're smiling.
We want to do. We're doing now under a tree. Please, we do it now.
No, we're going to do it. What did I just say? We're going to do it when we're in the car driving back.
Yeah.
Don't stand under the tree. I want a picture for Mum.
Yeah.
Go on then.